Revenge of the Ninja is the second film in the Cannon Films Ninja Trilogy, and if you don't remember what happened in the first film, that's okay, they all have nothing to do with each other, but let's still show this glorious death scene anyway. Yes, in 1981 we had Franco Nero in Enter the Ninja, about a man who helps his war buddy fight evil land developer Christopher George and his henchman Sho Kosugi. In Revenge of the Ninja we have Kosugi returning as a different character, this time about a doll shop owner who battles drug dealers and mobsters. That makes this more of an anthology series. Anthology in that here's 3 unrelated movies that we put ninja on the title. Somewhere Godfrey Ho is like, only 3 unrelated movies? I'll take a little footage and make hundreds of them. While Menachem Golan directed the first, here he still serves as producer, of course, but the awesome Sam Furstenberg takes over as director, who directed all the films you would expect to be from the director of Revenge of the Ninja. The writer, James Silke, also worked on some other canon titles too, like King Solomon's Mines and Sahara. And most importantly, it's an 80s movie, so it's gotta open with a gong sound. Excellent. Salt Lake City! No, really, they did originally want to shoot this in LA, but that would have been devastating to the movie's budget, so instead they moved the ninjas to a spot where only the Mormons have battled mobsters. This must be the koi pond at the local Marriott. The Master Ninja font tells me this will either be a martial arts film or nothing else. And experts at hiding my ass, this is the easiest Where's Waldo puzzle I've ever seen. Star Sho Kosugi went all in on this film, as he was also the fight co-choreographer. He crafted a lot of the weapons too, did his own stunt work, and his oldest son is in the opening of the movie, while his son Kane Kosugi plays his son Kane in the film as well. Fellas, this is overkill! Just serve them with an eviction notice and they'll leave. Or resort to impressive combat. Are they really ninjas, or is that guy just old? This is how the neighbors get them to turn down their music over here. It seems harsh, but even ninjas have to sleep. And thus ends my theory of the Book of Exodus being more interesting with ninjas. Who didn't want it to end with Moses freeing his people by throwing Pharaoh off a pyramid? This is the home of Sho Kosugi, who wasn't with his family because he had a very important meeting with a traveling Pat Boone. Who murdered my family? It can't be Christopher George this time, and Django wouldn't betray me like this. I knew it, the Foot Clan! The ninja roller coaster at Six Flags is more of an effective ninja than these henchmen. Their arrows can easily be caught right in his mouth, and even this guy is defeating them. At one point, I think they give up fighting and cut right to a dance-off. They even have their own dance floor smoke machine. I love that it looks like it could either be an action scene that happened, or everyone is really hungover the morning after a ninja-themed frat party. Cho's mother survived, which means an eternity of endless shit for not being there when his family died. Oh, and the baby survived too. Whoa, what? Oh, okay. He just put the sword in the ground. Alright. He has his friends too.
Cho, you've got to leave Japan. This will never end here.
For the last time, I'm not buying your timeshare. I don't even have a family anymore. They're fighting over whether he should leave, and he looks like, guys, my family just died. Let me at least wipe the blood from my face. And he can totally trust Braden, his legit business partner.
I do not trust this man, my son.
But why? His mom is all like, people are gonna kill you anywhere you go. Why not just stay here? And instead, Cho picks the United States. Anywhere! Take your pick. There's a flag there. Oh, wait, I know where we are. Somewhere in Maine, where the events of a Stephen King movie are taking place. Much like every movie gang in the 80s, it's a multicultural gang of racist bullies. Yes, he's gonna tell them about his friend Gamera, whether they want him to or not. It's like I'm watching an 80s family sitcom, and this is the episode about fighting bullies.
I did not bring him here to America to fight in the streets with fools.
Now where's that sassy neighbor kid? Stop sending Kane to school in a pink shirt, that's why he gets picked on. And here, take this with you to school, especially for dodgeball day at gym class. And why is the editing so weird and showing me things I am not expecting? Cho, you promised you'd impress me with your swordplay in bed. Yes, son, you're officially a ninja now, or whatever. Daddy has to practice a little hand-to-hand combat.
If you want to work out, you forgot your pants.
You really think I forgot?
Chemistry. See, there's a reason for the Master Ninja font. That's Ashley Ferrer. She was on an episode of Master Ninja. Sorry, there's still no time for sex, not till you finish training with your Jane Fonda workout video. And see, I told you earlier, he runs a doll shop now. And of course, this is his most popular one.
It's a ninja, professional soldier, specializing in espionage and assassination.
Excellent. I'll take the snake eyes and the storm shadow. Plus, this is where we find out the secret to Cho's dolls. They're filled with delicious sugar. That's why the kids love them and want to collect them all. Is this the reveal that both she and Braden are evil too? She's very nonchalant about the doll drugs.
What is it, my love?
We have a problem, Braden.
What's happened, Catherine?
Whoa, slow down. There's too much red-hot sexual chemistry in this scene too. And what's with his response?
He broke one of the dolls and the heroin spilled out.
Damn it!
Perfectly normal reaction to that. He's using Cho's dolls to move heroin, and Kathy is here to make sure everything goes smooth. No one expects the man who looks like the school biology teacher. When we come back, a surprise test.
Ninja Champion, a story of manipulation and betrayal, where corruption and violence knows no bounds. Soon on this screen.
We are back, and of course, the Mafia is involved too.
You're looking at yourself too much. It's not normal. Your nephew doesn't want to disappoint the ladies, you know?
I wonder if they're Italian. In his last film role, Caifano is played by Mario Gallo, who you might remember as Mario from Raging Bull. You see, Braden works for the Japanese, but Caifano wants to move drugs on his own turf, which means Braden will have to settle this war the old-fashioned way, throwing another costume party for all the gangs in the city, where it becomes a slasher film for a little bit, as Braden is the Silver Ninja who kills off people connected to Caifano. Was he wearing that suit under his ninja outfit? That has to be really hot. The word is getting out to Caifano. He is not pulling off that hat. The other families are laughing behind your back. Even the informants aren't safe from off-screen Braden. Probably nothing to do with us. I think I know what's going on here. I hear the sounds of sex, but clearly they were watching Bewitched reruns, and a fight broke out over who is the better Darren. What monster wouldn't say Dick York? And we know the Silver Ninja is evil. He said Will Ferrell. The more this goes on, the more I do want a ninja slasher film. We have the best on the case here.
His brother, his stoolie, and now his nephew. He'll be buying a lot of flowers this week.
Yes, I'll get lost.
Great. Detectives Dub and ADR will get to the bottom of this. He may be corrupt, but he wants answers on who keeps recommending these hats to Caifano. Is it Joe Pesci trying to steal his acting roles? This leads them right to, a bowling team's off-season fight club? Perhaps this martial arts fighter / cop can help them before the mysterious ninja kills more of Caifano's men and family. And if he doesn't know, he's got someone in mind.
But I have a Japanese friend, someone who's an expert on these things.
Bring him to me.
He's never actually asked his Japanese friend if he's an expert on fighting. He just assumed. Oh, okay, it's Cho. I should have known, where once again they used the gong sound effect as a scene transition. That sound either means martial arts film or zany 80s comedy. This movie is kind of both. Like the police now wanting to bring Cho in to investigate these murders.
If you're half right about what you say, then damn it, we're gonna need your help.
I'm sorry.
Sho, come on.
Well, okay, you talked me into it. I like when they test his skill too with the amazing slow motion coffee catch. Now we're getting into Braden blackmailing Kaifano. What is this, Mitchell with ninjas? I can kinda see why they said the original cut was hard to follow. There's a lot going on here and a lot of coincidences. Is it Thunder Warrior now? Are they bringing in Sub-Zero from the Running Man? When the original cut was deemed as kind of a mess, Golan did have them add an opening prologue to help ease into the story better. Plus, I told you it was a slasher. That's Don Shanks. He was Michael Myers in Part 5. You mess around with masked killers long enough and a Michael Myers will show up. Now Cho catches them raiding the place, and this is his one weakness, a bag of cans and hilarious slow motion. Oof, that stings! Best they get out of there before they sick both Don Shanks and Sonny Landham on our hero. As if a van can be used to get away from Cho. There's no wall he can't flip over, and no van he won't use as a skateboard. Sure, we could have just hit the brakes, but we could always use another navigator. What if we get lost on our way to harass Charles Bronson's family again? Plus, they might have ejector seats. The hell, even the van is overacting. It doesn't help that you picked the most awkward way to hitch a ride on the van. Don't worry, his legs are fine. Just like the rest of him. Totally fine and easily survived that. And I don't know what the hell is happening here. But I know she will not get out of watching Three Ninjas with him again. The Silver Ninja has truly met his match in our hero's mother. Just like in Everybody Loves Raymond. If Marie used a powerful smoke bomb to disappear from the room, have you tried using slow motion to drop a crate on his head? I joke, but the funniest part is when he really does find her. Wow, lucky guess! Then he takes his mask off for no reason at all, other than so Kane can see him. Also, Kane, I forgot he was in this. But I'm so glad he's still in this. Idiots. You're all idiots. Come here, come here. That LA Dodgers hat and jacket isn't fooling anyone. This is the Salt Lake Bees territory. Damn it, he's gone. What would Don Shanks do if he were chasing Jamie Lloyd? Well, just go home, I guess. Oh no, Mom! I told you one day you're gonna slip on the floor and fall right into the sword sticking through the wall. She left him one final message. I was right. You should not have moved here. Just remember, I will always be right. Now keep pretending to dust for prints, men. We'll make it look like we're actually trying to find this guy. And ask Cho for help at an inappropriate time.
Still need your help, Asaki.
Damn it, why do people keep asking me for favors minutes after my family members die? After Sub-Zero gets strangled again, seriously, Braden wants to know who moved the dolls full of drugs.
Kathy, count with me. 5.
Also, he turns her into a chicken. Cho will be easy to find. Look for him in church. I'll get to looking for my son wandering aimlessly on the streets in a little bit. I got better people to talk to.
Sorry to disturb you, but I think I can help.
I will never join your company baseball team. They look like they're doing Can't Stop the Music and Sho Kosugi replaced Bruce Jenner.
That's them.
Excellent, they can sing Macho Man perfectly. Somehow it's still less awkward than Can't Stop the Music, but still pretty awkward.
My son is missing too. Do you know anything about it?
Sorry, we're just thinking about Milkshake. That was a weird song. Hey, where's Steve Gutenberg? Our manager won't put up with this kind of danger. Look, don't ask why any of this is happening. Revenge of the Ninja has a ninja in it, and it has revenge. What more do you want? This is why playground equipment was made to be dangerous back in the day. It's because it makes it way easier to have a kick-ass fight scene on. And broken bones is how the kids learn. And it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a henchman. before going down the slide and getting a face full of dirt. If the henchmen got coordinated, perhaps this wouldn't have lasted so long. Why didn't you just attempt to shoot him sooner? And wait, does he fight everyone from Halloween 5? While his son is left to another 80s movie. Great, just what I need. A martial arts private lessons. I like that she just gives away that they're evil simply because she assumes he's intuitive and already knows she is. Plus, the fight scene with Kano and Kathy is kinda great. I can see why this dude is still kicking ass in movies today. He's been training in martial arts since he was like 1. You better put him in some movies. After all of this, she tries the oh-so-subtle and hard-to-train move of just picking up the child, walking away, and taking him to the boss. Tell him he's not getting any dessert from the cafeteria. Then we can get back to one of the plots.
I'm coming to get you, Kafano.
This is like a whole other movie going on between a drug-dealing ninja battling the mob that Sho Kosugi just happens to be dropped into. At least these guys have the right idea. You see someone with a sword in the bushes, just shoot it. Oh, and real nice, guys. Did you run out of budget when it came to make this sign for his doll shop? And Cho is a little naive, like when she says, "No, Braden's gone really evil this time. He kidnapped your son and hypnotized me."
Kathy, what are you talking about? He's my friend.
Right? I know people really well, and who wouldn't trust this guy? But Cho finally figures out he's evil when he hears him on the phone. As for his partner...
Impossible. He's an American. How can he be a ninja?
Oh, the director himself will put an end to that myth. Let's take a break so that when we come back, we'll have more great lines like that.
He is the most feared and powerful warrior. A ninja who explodes onto America. Ninja 3.
Starts this Friday. Check your local listings.
Now that we're back...
Only a ninja can stop a ninja.
Well, that and the bad dudes. Braden is still up to his evil plan, putting Kathy in a hot tub with a temperature 3 degrees higher than what's comfortable. This is what we call the ninja flower squirter torture. Goodbye, Kathy. Sadly, they have forced his hand and he must return to his old ways, despite still kicking a lot of people's asses all throughout the movie already. He's got a lot on his plate. Battling the Silver Ninja and the Mafia? He needs a few minutes to himself for some me time. He's got it easy. I'm over here trying to battle evil while simply watching the movie. We would appreciate it if you opened the blinds, Father. Ooh, no demon cats! Yes, these buildings will be perfect for a final showdown. Lots of balconies to throw people off of. This really is the best way to get from one building to another. The window is just a simple thin layer of ice. You can crash right through it. I love that all ninja movies basically turn into Home Alone in the last act. Sometimes the Silver Ninja is just a dick. Yeah, stink bomb, asshole. Now you smell like a skunk. So Cho is after Braden, and Braden is after the mob. This is gonna be one hell of a mashing of plot lines. It makes sense that this won the Patreon poll, with there being a new Spider-Man animated movie coming out. But we should still give it up for Something Short of Paradise, which came in second for the very first time. Hell, I don't even know if this has anything to do with the movie. I think it's just Tom Cruise checking into his room. They don't stand a chance against these gangsters.
Stop an army with that bad bitch.
Hey, Garfano takes care of his family.
Never mind, they're all totally gonna die. This movie spent a lot on a bad things happening to people's faces budget, and I'm glad it did because it's hilarious every time this happens. But now he's making girls soup like the Dick Warlock Michael Myers? What's happening? And if there's any window nearby, it can easily be used to defeat someone. And with more challenging moves like this. The move known as the Bill and Ted. When he hears the noise coming from the outside, like more terrible things happening to people's faces, he knows there's a ninja nearby. Just think, somewhere in the building there's an employee trying to ignore the sounds of this action going on in the halls because they have to get these reports done before leaving on Friday. Oh, and that guy's dead because he didn't have his protective Nike sweater. Whoa, guys, I know you want revenge, but this is still dangerous. The final fight has such elaborate shots that it took 2 weeks to do the scene, and it paid off. It's damn cool looking. Cinematographer David Kerfinkel can go over the top. He literally shot over the top. And the music knows how to work in that Saturday morning cartoon charm. Rob Walsh did the music, and he was a composer on G.I. Joe. It's hard to believe that nothing like this had ever happened before in Salt Lake City, and nothing like it has happened there since. But the real loser in the fight... the extremely large hotel bill. As if the smoke bombs didn't make this fight dangerous enough, is there anything here that won't immediately chop them into bits? And it gets weirder. Ah yes, the old set up the doppelganger dummy, which I guess he either carried with him or built right there on the spot. It's all part of what makes this movie insanely watchable, like any ninja film made by Golan Globus should be. The choreography is good, the story is a bit much, but I guess it's unpredictable on how the entire route is gonna go before the destination. The hilarious lines, funny kills, and them making complete use out of every location they're in makes this a fun ninja movie you should seek out if you love this genre in the 80s. For the question isn't how is one gonna fall off that rooftop, but when is one gonna fall off that rooftop? Or will it be the hero who falls off of it? Ah, fooled by for some reason not seeing you there, only because the camera can't. Cho is safe though, not that he couldn't have survived falling off of that building if he didn't have a rope. They keep mixing it up. For instance, it's the Silver Ninja who gets the severely painful rope burns on his hands. And they do have a lot left in their blood spraying budget, which could have gone to the sign, so let's just kill him that way, so we don't destroy another dummy by throwing it off the roof. Does this mean that Cho and Kathy have finally found the love that has been following them the whole film? Who knows? You won't find out about it in the third film. It has nothing to do with this. That's right, Ninja 3 The Domination. That's the one that's also a demon possession film, and probably the most notorious of the three. But don't let that get in the way of you still watching this second film, because it's still very, very, very entertaining. And it is a 1983 film, so with my 1983 posters back up, I can continue on with making the upcoming 1983 in film episode, which you can see the first few parts at patreon.com/thecinemasnob. Hope to see you there.
Hey!